The McCrossin boy is just like every other boy you see in public school around the United States, I would say. Maybe just with a little extra baggage from time to time. But much like every other school, they come in all shapes, sizes. What I always like to say, extra baggage just means a couple extra things usually coming with them to our school. Lack of structure, not somebody making sure they get where they need to be, no one asking if they've actually gone, wondering how they did that day. There's guys that will bounce from couch to couch for years before they truly get into a good spot or a proper location to where they're going to school consistently. So we get a lot of guys who show up way behind on credits. But for the most part, the success comes with just those teachers showing up day after day, year after year, working with those kids and trying to, break through that initial, first little bit that it is with any kid. How do you crack through and get them to trust you? Because that's where the good learning starts to happen. At the McCrossin School, we have the exact same requirements as every other high school in the state of South Dakota. We get kids from public schools here in Sioux Falls, and we send them right back out to those public schools, and we don't miss a beat credit-wise. So we check off all the boxes to be able to do what we do, which is run 5 graduations a year. Getting kids to feel like they're starting to get that ball rolling in a positive direction. It's a tough ball to get going. But when you see it happening and you see the ball rolling and you see good things happening, everything about them changes. We see it all the time in the classrooms. Well, we have guys checking grades on a daily basis, and you don't know how many times I've seen a kid come up to me saying, "This is the best I've ever done in my school history. I've never had grades like this. I've never aced tests." It all comes with just a whole different mindset about school. If you go in with a negative attitude and you tell yourself you don't want to be there and you don't care about the content, you know what's going to happen. If you know you have to be there and the people there care about you and we want good things for you and we'll be there every day no matter what, you can start to see some different results. I always say if you just give one tour down our hallway, you would be able to see for yourself, but not everybody does get to come and do a tour through our school. To be able to space these guys out is much needed. You can't have 13 guys crammed into a room like a sardine, so to say, because we're pretty much maxed out. Another big part of it is all of our teachers every room's filled every single day, pretty much all day long. There is nowhere to go when things are going poorly for a guy, or if you need to try to find room for somebody to get a little free space or time away from the rest of his group. And there's no windows to look out. It's just it's a door with 3 brick walls around you. Our science program has been hamstrung for decades. You can't really do anything in there. It's just once again a small little brick room with no laboratories, no water fountains, no space to keep anything out. I mean, it's hard to lock everything up in a tiny little area and bring it all out and lock it all up and bring it, there's really nowhere to put it. So you would have to store everything kind of somewhere else that you would want to do. And to be honest, we don't even get some of the stuff we should have because we know there's no point to it at this stage of our schooling. If we go into the art room, there's nowhere to put the supplies. Everything's in different areas, crammed into different nooks and crannies all over that building just to try to find the next available even closet space. I see it firsthand, what sports can do for kids and teamwork and, all of the things that come with team sports and organized sports. So giving guys an opportunity, even if it's a small one, is huge. If it's just a cross-country team or if it's just track and if it's even Y-ball, whatever it is, it's very important. And the guys who do it truly try to make huge changes to make sure, just like I did, that they stay on these teams. And it's something to strive for because you need to give these guys something constantly to be working towards.
In a sense.
Yeah. Our guys go off and compete just like any other school in the area. Our kids come there for every reason under the sun. There isn't one reason that they're there. So having us out there, having our team out there, having our logo out there, competing with everybody else just like other students do, I think has been a big eye-opener for the people in the community, the Sioux Falls area, other sports. A lot of coaches come up to our coaches, Coach Bennett, and tell them how amazing it is and keep going and keep doing what you guys are doing. McCrossin Boys Ranch as a whole treats the education aspect of our program very seriously. We all take a lot of pride in what we're doing up there. So when these guys get to that moment, a lot of them can't believe they're even there.